Welcome back to Bear Cave Watch Reviews. I'm your host, Papa Bear, and today we're going to do a neat little side-by-side comparison of two very popular budget dress watches. We're going to take a look at the Addiesdive AD2028, which on their website was known as the PT5000, and the Baltany Retro Dress Watch S4084, and see which one offers more for the money. These are both very nice GADA style watches. They're both very well built, and I'm looking forward to sharing my opinions on them. Just to be clear, these watches were not sent to me by either company. They were both purchased by me using my money. One of them did make the top 5 watches of 2025 for my list. And I just say that so you know you're going to get a full unbiased review as usual. As always, I'm going to give you the pros and cons, my overall thoughts about the watches. I'll let you know at the end if they get the Bear Cave seal of approval. And let's just do this comparison because I think it'll be fun. All right, so we're going to start with the Addiesdive, and I just wanted to make a point here with this. It comes in the typical Addiesdive black Pelican case. Obviously, I've already gotten everything out of here, but this is part of the review, which is the packaging. I would love to see Addiesdive do something a little bit different, but I understand cost, and so I get it. All right, let's take a good look here real quick at the watch. Put it over here, and I'll put the specs on the side as usual. This has the PT5000 movement, so you see the sweeping hand. Very nice. Now, before we get into it all, let me do my wrist check, and I'm kind of excited because I retired this watch because it wasn't working well, but this is my house watch, which is the Tevise, I don't know. It's a Datejust Homage that I've had for many years. The bracelet is great. I love the clasp, and I just wound it up today and it was working, so I put it on. And this is the PT5000 on my wrist. It's a really nice, I guess it's an OP Homage. You see that crystal just pops up. It's just very nice. I love this silver dial. I think it looks really, really good. So that's it. And now we'll take a look at the Baltany. All right, so here is the Baltany. Obviously, it's a vintage Datejust Homage. We put it here for the specs. This is a gorgeous watch, stainless steel construction, signed crown, one of the best bracelets that I've had on any watch, proper milled, solid end links, and just gorgeous looking watch. All right, so let's talk about the things that I like about these watches. Of course, I've said this before in all my videos. This is subjective because I get it. This is my opinion, but both watches could be somebody's GADA watch. The size, they're both 36 millimeter. That watch is that's a perfect size for watches for me, especially for a stainless steel dress watch. They both have sapphire crystal, both have good movements. The Baltany runs on the Seiko movement, and then the Addiesdive has the PT5000 one. So they're both pretty good. The dials are both great looking. I think that they look very classy, simple, and that's really great. And yes, both of them are direct homages of other watches, but I love homage watches and I think they look great. I mean, just take a look at that sparkle and just really good looking watch. Now, where they stand out, or where one stands out more, is the Baltany bracelet. Like I said, this thing is so nice. It fits great. It only has a few micro adjustments. It doesn't have the on the fly, but it's not very loose. It articulates great, and just overall, that's one area. And I get it. It's a Jubilee style bracelet, so it's different from the Oyster style. But the other thing is, well, just to say about this, the Addiesdive, this one does have a nice bracelet, and it is milled, and it is solid end links. This one has more on the fly adjustment. And I just think that it looks great with the oyster style. It just really looks like an OP. All right, so let's talk about something or the things that I don't like about these watches. And the truth is that I do find it difficult to talk about these things because I like them both. They're both very well built, but there is something that you can improve on. So, in my opinion, the movement on the PT5000 is a little louder than the NH35. The sapphire crystal on the Addiesdive is not as clear as the Baltany one. I mean, it's there, but it's just not as clear. Neither of them have the on-the-fly adjustment, which you would just expect them to have at this price point, especially because a lot of Chinese brands are doing that. So I would love to see the Miyota 9000 movement used. I think that that would be a nice upgrade. But other than that, the final comparison is going to be the price. The Addiesdive is about 169. The Baltany is 212. So it is a little bit more expensive, but I do think you get a little bit more watch. Again, this is just my opinion, so uh, don't freak out in the comments, but you're welcome to talk. Now, with the Baltany, presentation is a big thing. So let me show you the box that it comes in. Pull it out. This is a totally different experience from Addiesdive. Something that Baltany just really paid close attention to. You get all your information, warranty card, stuff like that in here. The watch comes in this leather case with a strap. Okay, there's the links in there. But just the presentation, I think, really makes a difference, especially at the budget tier. This watch was $200, so, you know, it's nice to get something like this other than a little black case, which I now have a massive collection of. So overall, I'm really happy with both of these watches. I think they're both very well made. They both look really good. They have great specs for the money. Would I give them the Bear Cave seal of approval? Yes. Both of these watches would get the Bear Cave seal of approval. I've already made their own review videos. I just wanted to do this comparison to just show people that you don't need to spend a lot of money to get a great looking, well-made, elegant dress watch. I think they're both really good looking. They feel similar to their watches that they're homages to. It just comes down to what style you prefer and how much money you want to spend on that. Personally, I think that both of them are great GADA watches, and especially their simplicity and their dials. I know that this year the hot trend was all these really cool textured dials, different colors, stuff like that. And the Chinese factories have been doing a great job with them. And they are more unique that way, but they're just harder to just throw on with whatever you're wearing. These are both dress watches or casual watches. I wear them whenever I want. And I'm usually just in jeans and a polo. So again, I have nothing against those colorful watches. I just know that I couldn't rock them on a regular basis, where this style I can. So there will be links in the description on both watches. I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, thank you for making it to the end of the video. I appreciate it. I didn't do a lume video just because they're dress watches and it's just, very little lume. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope to see you next time.